what made you move to England, actually?
I moved down to England for a 2-week contract. It's a friend of mine's got me some work in England when I was about 21 years old. And when I come down here, I expected to stay here for 2 weeks. And then after that, I stayed longer because there was money to be earned. And every time I went back to Scotland, I couldn't get a job. And eventually, I met you and Grandma Alison. And then love come in. And I stayed with her because she said I was a good guy. And I believed her. And we stayed together. And I had children, a mortgage, and then grandchildren, which is you guys. And everything was a plus for me. And shall I tell you something about your dad?
What?
Your dad phoned me up one time and said to me, I would like to marry your daughter. And do you know what? I felt so proud that your dad had actually phoned up to ask me if he could marry your mum. It was like a kind of a respect thing. And I thought, wow, this is a good guy. This is a really good guy. And Laura, I never knew your dad, and I only met him when I went to Hawaii. And he was like a nice guy. He was kind. He was intelligent. He looked after his family. And I thought, your mum has picked a good man in her life. And I thought that was so good. He was a quiet man as well. He didn't say much. I always thought that when I met him, I was probably too much. I was over the top because, like, I'm kind of vocal and I talk constantly.
Yeah.
And your dad was kind of a quiet bloke and he never said an awful lot.
A man of few words.
Yeah, man of few words, but a man of intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. And loving. He loved his family. And he didn't mind his wife being the boss. And that's the way it should be. Wives are always the boss. Women rule the roost. And if a good man knows that, they can make a good man think he always makes the right decision. Because that's what they do.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 more questions.
Go on, go for it.
How did you know that you were in love? Okay, wait, hold on. How do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
So when you saw Grandma Allison, you didn't think
When I met Alison, she was not the love of my life. I was forced into taking Alison out for a meal.
Oh.
Yes. My immediate boss asked me to take Alison out because he was going out with Alison's cousin, which was Kim, and he wanted to split the two of them up, and I didn't want to do it. But he threatened to, if I didn't take Alison out, he was going to send me back to London to work, and I didn't want to go back to London to work.
Yeah.
So I thought, I will take this girl out. It's only one date, and when I take her out for one date, that will be all over with.